Hey guys, welcome to my 4331 final presentation. This is a drone Simulink autopilot model. My motivation for this project was that I wanted to create a drone simulation out using other tools outside of Simulink, and so I also used a Simulink 3D animation tool to simulate airspeed as well. And so the technical goal for this project was that I wanted to develop a Simulink model quadcopter with four motors that simulated flight, and it was also able to hold a certain altitude given outside forces like airspeed. And the biggest technical problem and challenge that I had to solve was probably calculating the quadcopter motor speeds to simulate flight. And so basically, rotor one rotates positively with respect to the z-axis, and rotor two does the opposite. And then rotor three behaves like rotor one, and rotor four behaves like rotor two. And so all of this is passed into the motor making algorithm, and then I pass that output back into the altitude reference, and then it uses that to estimate the altitude versus the actual altitude. And so the flight control system design is pretty simple. So over here we take in the uh, the altitude command, and then the sensory information, and then this is passed into a subsystem, and then this actuates this into the motor speed, and then any error is flagged here. And so this is the flight controller subsystem, and so these are the input commands, and these are the sensor data group. And so the sensors being used here are an accelerometer, gyro sensor, ultrasound, and pressure sensor. And so this is all passed into the estimator subsystem. And so the estimator estimates the altitude height, which is then passed back into the altitude controller. And then over here, this is the flight controller. And so this is where the motor speeds are calculated and then sent to the motor control. And then this is the subsystem for logging the information. And so the test was simulated inside 3D Simulink using Aerospace Toolbox. And so here you'll see this is the altitude logging. And so we start from zero until the quadcopters propel, and then it was estimated at a height of 225. So red is the commanded height, and blue is the measured. And so it takes off to about 225 and hovers. And then this is also the airspeed as taken into account as well. So this is when you'll see the simulated air bumps, and you'll see it held its altitude pretty well throughout the simulation.